Well, good morning. I know that I haven't done any cooking videos for a while. I've been busy, but since today is raining and I can't really go outside and do anything, and I feel like doing something, I'm going to make Caveman Chili. And you're probably wondering, what is Caveman Chili? Well, Caveman Chili doesn't have beans in it. I can't eat the beans anymore, so I make it with bell pepper. And I buy bell pepper, and since I don't eat them right away, I dice them up and I freeze them. So I bought the 3-pack that has the colors, and I diced them up and froze them. So there's 3 in each one of these bags. And you're probably wondering, well, why are you making so much chili? Well, I freeze it so I can eat it later. But anyway, you get 6 bell peppers, 2 onions. I might add a 3rd one. These are kind of small. A can of fire roasted tomatoes, or 2, depends on you. Some tomato paste, Williams chili seasoning, beef broth, and here's a pound of ground pork and a pound of ground beef. These were, I traded my friend for some of this beef. So this was a home-raised beef, and this is a home-raised hog that I raised. And then you just put it all together and you make chili. So I'm going to dice up these onions while I put this into start cooking. I'm using a ceramic cast iron pot for this. And you're going to see that I'm putting in a tablespoon of butter. I do that so I know that stuff isn't going to stick, or at least I hope it doesn't. With a cast iron, you have to let it heat up before you can put your stuff in. Okay, so yes, you can just put this right in frozen. You're gonna have some liquid, but it will cook off. I do use the vacuum sealer and freeze this stuff, so you just put that in there, let that cook for however long it takes. Really pretty colors. I like it colorful. I also, sometimes I put carrots in it, and I might do that this time too. It's kind of like vegetable soup meets chili. But this is how I like it. Alright, that is starting to cook. So now we're going to cut up some onions. I think I still have to have 2, but, or 3. I still have green ink on me from the tattoo and ears for the baby goats. Since food is becoming more and more expensive to buy at the grocery store, I have taken to chopping up a lot of the vegetables when I get them and freezing them so that, of the ones that you can freeze, so that you actually have, you're not wasting anything. Onions, a lot of times I like fresh onions with stuff, so I don't always have cut up onions, but I do cut up onions and put them in the freezer. I love this knife. This thing is so sharp. You could probably shave with it. You can have this chili with anything that you so choose to have it with. A lot of times I like having it with avocado and bacon, sour cream, but you can have it anyway. You can have it on crackers, you can have it on cornbread. I try to stay away from all that stuff, so but this knife definitely makes it easier to dice things up. I'll be crying here in a minute. This onion's pretty strong. Alright, so that's it for the onion. That's steaming up pretty good. All those little pieces cut up. This also makes your meal preparations a whole lot faster when you have this stuff already cut up. Those days that you don't have anything else better to do like me, and you can just sit around cutting up onions and stuff. You can buy this stuff cut up in the store now, but it costs more. Well, that's enough onion. Oh, and I forgot, I do put garlic in here too. And anyway, I take a tablespoon or a teaspoon of garlic, a big teaspoon. Okay, so I went ahead and cut up a carrot, or 2 carrots. And if you think it's weird to have that in there, it's not. But it's your chili. You can put in it whatever you want. I also put jalapenos in it when we get to that part. This will be a really thick chili. I didn't have to use as many things as I used, but since I'm freezing it, I can make it go a little further. After you get it all loose, then you can put your meat. You can cook your meat in a separate thing, or you can just throw it in together. I have taken the vegetables out. I don't know, probably about 3/4 frozen. That's the hamburger. There's the pork. And you probably wonder, well, why do you put all that in there? Well, it's just how I make it. Since it's semi-frozen, you'll just put the lid on it. Okay, so this meat is just about done cooking. I'll let it cook uncovered for a little bit and get some of the steam and the liquid out. There won't be much fat in this. That's the joy of having your own, raising your own food. Wow. I think that stuff there is about done. Alright, so after you get it all mushed up, because I like to mush it up a little bit, I like chunks. Sometimes I make this chili with chunks of meat instead of ground. So just know that you can do it that way too. Now you let all this stuff cook for a while before you add all your other stuff in case you have to drain anything. Isn't that pretty? It smells really good too. We'll probably have to drain it. Is to drain it. You're gonna add your fire roasted tomatoes, about half a can of tomato paste. And then we have beef broth. I like using this better than I like using water, because to me it gives more of a flavor. I usually put about half of it in there and then I stir it. You also are going to have to add some salt of some sort, so that's where my Soleil comes in. And I need to make some more of that. See if we got enough tomato to vegetable ratio here. Nope, we're gonna have to have another can. There you go. I like the fire roasted tomatoes better than I like the plain tomatoes, so Williams is I think my absolute favorite. Alright. Best part about this is, after you get everything all stirred up and ready to go, then you just let it simmer. I don't know if you can see what time it is, but it is 8:53. Jalapenos in this because it makes the chili hot. I put the jalapenos in it because I like the flavor of the juice that's in the jalapenos. So I put about a teaspoon and then I put some juice in it. So if I could just buy the juice by itself, I would probably be happy with that. Alright, I think we got her all stirred up. Now you could make this in a crock pot and just let it cook all day. Isn't it beautiful? All done. So it's been sitting here cooking for a few hours. It's really good. Been simmering on the stove for hours. Tender. Maybe a little salt. Thank you for watching and enjoy another recipe.